you doing? What's the gossip? Let me know. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I have had the most amazing morning. Like, I've just been so busy recently, so to have a morning where I can wake up when I want, like I woke up mostly the last couple of weeks at sort of 6 AM, wake up a little bit later this morning and come downstairs when I want and have a brew, sit on the couch. I've caught up with lots of my friends. I'm going to continue to do that throughout the day over FaceTime and stuff. I've not left. It is still chilly outside, but the ice is starting to melt, the snow's starting to go a little bit. The temperatures have been higher today than they've been pretty much most of the last week or so, so fingers crossed this is the end of it, because I actually have to go to Newcastle for 2 days. When you're watching this, I'm probably going to be on my way back actually, so yeah, I just need to sort that out. So that's where I'm at. Today, like I say, I've just chilled. I did scrub my kitchen. I went in there, and you know, like just in the kitchen cupboards where you've got like old cans and stuff of stuff that's either probably gone out of date or stuff that has just been there, like, and that you're never going to use. I just got rid of a lot of that stuff, so it felt so therapeutic doing that. I literally went in with my computer, my laptop, and I literally put on Vampire Diary. I just sat, I got Dettol in the sink, I was scrubbing the sides, I was scrubbing in the cupboards. It felt really good, and then that got me really thinking about the kitchen and what I want to do there, because I know I spoke in my last video when I was talking about, do I do the kitchen this year? Do I sort of hold off? Because obviously it's going to be quite expensive. But then I was looking at the actual kitchen, I was designing it this morning. I'll show you in this video where I'm up to with the design, because there's a couple of ideas going through my head. And yeah, so then I thought, when I was in that kitchen, so I then need to make a decision. Do I just do a little mini makeover on my current kitchen? I think the only way I want to do that is if I'm going to have it like this for maybe a year. If it's going to be longer than a year, then I'll make it over. If the chances are that throughout this year I'm going to be doing my kitchen, then I'm not going to do it. So that's just something I need to have a little think about. I need to, because I need to take down a chimney breast and stuff in the kitchen. It is quite a big job, because for anyone that's new here, I'm relocating my kitchen from where it is now into a much bigger space, which is classed as the second reception room of this house. I think it'll be better as a kitchen. And then the current space that's the kitchen, I'm going to cut that in half, turn that into a utility room and a downstairs toilet, because old Victorian houses, or this one anyway, doesn't have a downstairs toilet. So I just think for when guests and stuff come round, it's better than them having to go upstairs, and they can just have a toilet down here. So that's the plan, or that's what I'm thinking, because then there's the other option to knock the wall through and just have one much bigger kitchen. Maybe let me know your thoughts, but in my head I would rather have a slightly smaller kitchen. The kitchen's still going to be bigger than it is now, much bigger than it is now, to be fair. So I would rather have that with the downstairs toilet and a utility room. But do you think actually no, I'll just have a much bigger kitchen? But then I wouldn't be able to have a downstairs toilet unless I do it in the basement, but then you're actually having to go downstairs rather than going upstairs, so it sort of just defeats the purpose of having it on this floor. So that's what I'm thinking, because yeah, I've just been in my creative space, because like I say, work's been so full on over the last couple of weeks. I've just been go go go. I've not had a chance to almost stop and just do this, some of the other stuff that I love, like the creative stuff. So sitting on my laptop, and then I was looking at the kitchen that I want to design and what that would look like, because I'll show you from this window here out, it's got a bay window and what will be the kitchen. So I was like, actually in that bay, do I turn that into some patio doors out into the like garden? It's a small garden or yard, whatever you want to call it. Could have patio doors going from the kitchen out to that, or I could keep it as a bay and maybe put like a sideboard in it, so that the kitchen will be over here, and then it'll have like a little bit of decor. I just don't know yet, but I'm thinking probably more doors. But you can let me know what you think. I'll show you in a little sec. It is a little bit wild, crazy out there. But yeah, that's where my head's at. That's what I've been thinking about. I talk a lot. I realise that's why YouTube is a better platform for me, because I get to see everything. Short form content, I'm just like, I just want to talk and talk and talk to my people. Something that I was also going to ask this as well is, I do more vlog style videos, which I enjoy watching, I enjoy filming, I'm good with that. But I also got to thinking, would you rather me do like, so for example, like styling your coffee table, so it would be a video dedicated to that, so it would just be, that would just be my video. There would be a quick intro and then it would be straight to doing the coffee table, maybe styling it a couple of different ways, then coming along and finishing it. So you could literally just go and click on that video and it would do that? Or do you prefer me incorporating that sort of stuff within a vlog? I don't know what the answer to it is, but the only reason I say that is because sometimes I think maybe somebody just wants to click on a video and see what that is. I'm mindful you click on this video and I'll talk to you about all sorts, because it is more vloggy style. It's days. You're spending sometimes a couple of days with me. So I would just love to know what you would prefer in terms of that, because if it was just maybe one video a week's a vlog and then one video a week's a how do I, or like I could, you know, styling your table, styling console tables, styling a dining table, sideboard, bed, all the sort of stuff that goes into the whole interior type world. Or would you rather me just do 2 vlogs every week and include within it whatever I would include within it? Let me know in the comment section please, because that would be really helpful. But I'm going to grab my phone and then I'm going to take you to the kitchen, because I just want to show you what I'm thinking for a makeover. It's quite a small space in there. PS, yes, I'm in my house coat. Yes, this is probably going to stay on all day, because it's the only day this week that I've been able to actually just get up and sit in it. And we're all homebody besties over here. We're good. That's something else that see, I just want to talk too much, but on my, not the video that I've just put up, there's a video going live today. The video before that, I hadn't had a chance really, like I say, I've been super busy, so I've not had a chance to really get through the comments. So last night I sat and went through them, and I just don't know what I'd do to deserve you guys. Like, you are always just so lovely. And somebody commented something along the lines of like, I'm a homebody bestie forever. I had to even pin it. It literally just got me right here. It got me. I was like, I don't know what I did to deserve you guys, but you're the most beautiful people I know, and I'm just so appreciative. And I feel like I say that all the time, but it's genuinely because I mean it. But yeah, right, let me take you to the kitchen. I'm going to grab my phone so I can show you what sort of the makeover ideas would be, and I can talk you through it while I'm in there. So let's go. I am losing light by the minute, so I apologise if it is. But as you can see, this kitchen is not very big. It's an okay size, but it's not what I want. So I've got, this is the fridge freezer, I've got a cooker, some storage, then there's a cupboard in here. You've then got cupboards here, and then sort of cupboards down there. And then if I'm just sort of, and then it's got all this like, not my style of tile, it's just like a plain tile. Then this worktop is just a laminate worktop. It is not a vibe of what I want to go for. So let me just show you some of the ideas, just to give it, like I say, a little bit of a facelift so that you can see what I'm thinking. But do you know this paneling in the background, like this? I'm thinking about actually going around the whole room with that, painting it a nice colour, changing the handles on all of the cabinets, just changing them to brass, and maybe spraying the kitchen or painting the kitchen. Now, this is like a lacquer type. I would have to have a think about that, but I know that you can get certain, like I've had it for when I've done my wardrobe, but you can actually get this primer that then any paint sort of sticks to it, like you use for IKEA furniture and stuff. So I think I'd be able to do that. I could paint it all a really nice colour. I wouldn't change the actual worktops themselves, but what I could do is, you know, that like vinyl stuff that I've seen people do, maybe just get one to get me through for the next 12 months. Because like I say, the kitchen will all be changed. So this is actually, I'll take you off the tripod in a little second, but this will then become my downstairs toilet. It'll be the back, so you walk through the utility room, and the door will probably be about here. You walk in, then it'll just be a little downstairs toilet, and then this part here back to behind you will all just become a small utility room. But that's what I'm thinking about. And then I would have like, so like little brass lights like this. So, you know, like maybe above the window, just make it more my style. I could frame it all out. It would be, this is what the paneling would look like. I know I've showed some similar stuff before, but that was when I was like, I needed to decide what I was doing. So I know I'm definitely doing the kitchen through in the other space. Maybe what I do is upcycle this. You know, it would probably only take me a day or two to get this all fully done. I could do all the paneling myself, I could pretty much do all this myself. I'd probably just change this little light on the ceiling. And then yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What's our thoughts? I really dislike this kitchen. Part of me just goes, actually, just hold out and just get the kitchen that you want, because I probably really need to change the floor as well, because that's like a black tile. I'm like, if it's going to be longer than a year, and then at least I can give you guys some ideas of things that you can do, because this wouldn't cost me a lot of money to do it, especially because I would do most of it myself. I think I would do all of it myself. I don't think there's anything that I couldn't do. So it would just be a case of getting the paneling, getting that on, and painting it all a nice colour. And then the, like I say, I don't know what you call it, the peel and sticky type stuff. And I could paint it whatever colour I want. Because honestly, this isn't my place. It's not my vibe. This fridge freezer as well, so actually, this doesn't even work. So when I bought the place, it didn't work. It trips the electrics. So I just went and bought another fridge freezer that I've got in the other space that will become the kitchen. So I can't even use that. So I feel like if I just give it a nice facelift, get little things working, get things sorted, then yeah, let me take you off the camera and I can sort of show you a bit closer. So please ignore the space, but yeah, this is just, so this is what I'm saying. So you've got a couple of cupboards going down here. This is obviously under the sink, a dishwasher, a little cupboard, some storage. I mean, a wine rack. I don't know why there's a wine rack in a kitchen this small, but hey ho. Then just some more storage. But yeah, I'm thinking I could put the paneling all the way at the bottom. I could even do it all along the top. All along here. I could maybe get some of them nice lights up here. I could have it going down the side. Down here, and then on this wall here, which is where the little back door is, I could literally do all this, the panel as well. Maybe just have a couple of nice pictures, paint it all a really nice colour, and then maybe just put like a laminate down just to get me by until I obviously do my other flooring. But I think then that's the boiler, so I could just paint that the same colour that I paint these. Maybe a nice warm neutral. Do I go bold and go like, you know, a dark green or a maroon, or I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. And the idea is when I change this room, so like I say, this is where you walk in, and there'll be a wall built about there. There'll be a door through. You'll have the downstairs toilet. Then at this side there'll be a downstairs sink and then a little radiator. The other thing that I could do in that is I could have a downstairs toilet. I could put the sink directly over the door and have a pocket door, and I could actually probably just put a shower in. I probably would never use a shower down here, but would that add value to the house, or is that pointless? Anybody out there that knows, maybe let me know, because I'll be doing it all anyway. So it would just be, I mean, it'll probably be this wide, the shower, so it would be a decent width, and then it would just go back to the wall. And then from here, I could probably have some cupboards at this side in the utility room. The window will obviously be cut in half, and then the window will probably only be this big in the utility room. That'll all be gone. And then I could have a washer, dryer. I probably will take the sink out so that I've got more storage to, more countertop space to fold laundry and all that good stuff. Then I'll have maybe a little cupboard there, and then potentially 2 full cupboards for like your Hoover, ironing board, all that sort of good stuff. But yeah, this is the floor I'm talking about. I need to obviously just put a laminate down just to get me through, and then just style it all nice. I could even just change the sockets to just some little cheap brass ones just to get me by. But yeah, I guess the deciding factor is I need to decide if I'm going to be here for, if I'm going to have this for more than 12 months, I'll probably just get a new like faucet and just make it do, but do it like quite cheap, and then hopefully I can show you guys how to upcycle, you know, if you're just wanting to do something on a budget to get by for a period of time. That's what I'm thinking. Because this wall here, this is the wall I could take down, and then I could have one big kitchen through into the other room, but that's chaos at the minute, so I'm not going in there. But yeah, you'll need to let me know your thoughts. This is like the bay area that I was talking about. As you can see, it's just all like, I was thinking, do I just do double doors on the front so that it'll lead you out into the back, and then the rest would then be the kitchen, or I could just have it, I could upcycle this. I would obviously need to rip it all out and redo it, which I could do. So you'll have to let me know your thoughts of, do I go for the patio doors in the kitchen, or do I not? And do I just, you can see actually I could have like a sideboard or something in it, maybe something similar to this, of not this, but styled with nice lamps or whatnot. So you'll have to let me know your thoughts, because obviously I've got these doors, but then I would have other doors out from the back side of the house, which would be cool too. And then I would also have a little door in what will be the utility room, which is just the little door that's in there at the minute, but I would change that all out to just match whatever doors I put out there. So you'll have to let me know your thoughts. Other thing that I was thinking about is in the bay, the original idea was to have that as the sink area. So I would have the sink in there and I would have the dishwasher below it. That would be a way. The only thing with that is it's quite far from the cooker. And in my head, you might correct me if I'm wrong, but your sink almost needs to be near that, whereas the cooker's at the other side of the room and dishwasher is as well, and I just feel like that's too far. The other thing that just means that the sink is not going to face a window, which I don't know if that's a thing, because I was having a little play around with it on the DIY kitchen before, which I've showed you before, which I've showed you already previously. But I thought I'll show you in terms of what I'm thinking now. For anyone that has done a kitchen before, I know the optimum distance between your worktop to your island is 1 metre, 100 centimetres. Has anybody done it less than that before? Because I was having a look in my kitchen and the distance between the units I think is just over 1 metre. And that feels quite large, like the gap, like for you to be able to move around and stuff. I've never had an issue. I was wondering if I could take 20 centimetres off it and make it like about 80 centimetres. Would that work? The cupboard doors and stuff would open. On the island, all I'm going to have is the bin, so I want that all built into the cabinetry, and then I'll just have some storage on the island, and it'll have an overlap at the other side for maybe a couple of bar stools, but it's not going to have anything on there like the sink, etc., because I think the way that I've designed it. So I'll show you what I'm thinking about. But yeah, please let me know if you've ever done it where you've not done the full recommended distance, because I just don't know whether that would be doable or not. Based on the doors opening, all the doors would open. It's just me in it. I think even for then I'm thinking, could I put the sink on the island? That would probably take up too much of the island, because the island's not going to be that deep, because the room's not that deep. So I think it probably work better the way I've got it now. But you can let me know your thoughts, you can let me know what you're thinking in terms of the design, because I want the kitchen to feel social, because I have obviously, of all the kitchens that I've ever had, I've never had a social kitchen other than the apartment that it was in the same room. But for me, I think it would be nice to have another area of the house to go, and if I'm cooking, like my friends can sit in there on the bar stools and there's a way of communicating and talking. Or more likely, if my friends are cooking for me in there and I'm sat on the bar stool, because let's face it, my friends are better cooks than me. So I just want it to feel like I can gather around, it can feel like a space that I can be, as well as then in this dining area, because it is just through this door here. So this door over here is going to it'll become glass. I'm going to get a glass door there that will then look into the kitchen. But then I'm just thinking, then we could come in here. It's easy to get food to the dining room if I'm having like anything, you know, if I'm having a get together, dinner party, anything like that. And then obviously we've got the living room as well. That's where my head's at, and I feel like that sounds like a good idea. Let me show you the design. Please tell me if you don't think things will work. I am really comfortable now with not having the full 1 metre, but I would love to know if anybody's actually done it, because I'm saying I'm comfortable in theory. I just don't want to do it and then someone be like, Sheldon, this part of your life will become awful. At the end of the day, if I can't do an island, I'll just have to take the island out and not have it. I just feel like my kitchen then becomes no social, because there'll be nowhere to sit, unless I was to put like a small maybe dining table in the middle of the room, but I think that would just look odd, if I'm honest. So let me show you so this is like a kitchen planner. You don't need to see the ins and outs just now. I'll show you it in 3D in a little second. But basically, if you've not used it before, all you have to do is put your measurements in of your room. So down here, this is the door in my hallway. There's a door here, which is this one just over here, that takes you into what will be the kitchen. And then up here, there's going to be a door here, and that'll take you into where I've just had you, which will be the utility room. And then the downstairs toilet will be behind that as well. And obviously it's got some red, because that's saying you're not quite at 1 metre distance. And obviously, as I mentioned before, the recommendation is 1 metre, but I'm fine with it. If I have to take the island out, I will. This is here, I can't put the bay window in, but this is where the bay window would be, so it creates even more of a gap around that. So I could probably have a couple of bar stools, and then I could either turn this into patio doors or whatever we decide that we're going to do, because you need to help me decide. Then if I just go into a 3D look, this then shows you what it'll look like. You can obviously change the daylight to whatever you want it to be. Let me put it as this, and you can just back out. Obviously this is not going to give you the overhang or anything, so the island here will be a bit larger because it will come out, because then the bar stools, I would also do a waterfall, and this stone will be like a different colour and stuff, so please don't judge any of that. And then this will be a base, so it will go out as you've seen from out there, and that's the gap that you'll have. And then obviously I'll have an oven hood that I'll have all built in and make it all look custom, so it's all connected. I'm not sure about the wall cabinets and whether I would have those ones or whether I would do open shelving, but I feel like I need the storage, so I would probably do that. And I'll have a cooker on here. These units aren't going to be like that. That'll be a cooker, and then that'll be a fridge freezer. I've just done them for the, I guess, the sizing. And then over here, this is where the door would be to the what will be the utility room. And then here's the door that I'm talking about in this room, so this will be glass facing into the dining room, and then that's out into the hallway. And that's what I'm thinking. I just can't really get a good feel for the lighting in it. It's not very good, if I'm honest. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Then there'll be some nice bar stools. I've got enough storage. I would have gorgeous oven hood here, really nice doors, a gorgeous floor. That's where my head's at so far. That's what I've been doing today. And it's made me so happy, because I think regardless of whatever I do, I'll be able to get the island in. It won't be the biggest island, but I'll be able to get one in with an overhang and some bar stools, so that people could sit there if I'm cooking, or I could sit there while my friends are cooking. I'll have gorgeous lighting in there, so I'll do spotlight, really nice under cabinet light. I'll just make sure that everywhere's lit really well, so similar to what I did in my guest room, because that's so important. Because the kitchen's not huge, it's obviously much bigger than what I've got now, but it's still not a massive kitchen. But that's where my head's at. And if I'm honest, the price of this, so this doesn't include any of the stone or anything, but I'd just be this on DIY kitchens, that's shown as 4,800. That's not including any of the appliances, so that's for the island, it's for all the bits and bobs that I've picked, it's for all the cabinetry. Obviously, I wouldn't have the cooker one or the fridge freezer one, that would need to be changed, so we're probably talking there or thereabouts. That's not including any fitting, anything else, so you're probably going to look, what, about 3 grand, 2 grand for stone, for your worktop, and then depending on your fixtures and fittings and your cooker and your sink and all that sort of stuff. So you're probably talking, just for the materials, what, about 10,000? Tell me if I'm wrong, I could be way off. I've actually never done a kitchen before. And then obviously you're going to have your labour on top, depending on what that is. So in that room, I would want to have it all membraned, because I do have a basement. The bit that worries me in the future is if I ever get rising damp from the basement, it will end up ruining the kitchen. Whereas if I just membrane it all, basically that's a plastic sheet of layer over the top of the brick, and then they put plasterboard on top of that. You'll then plaster the walls, so you have a plastic layer in between it. I think just for older houses, correct me if I'm wrong again, from my experience, particularly in my guest room, sometimes when you're just in an older building, the brick and stuff just lets in a lot of moisture, and I would not want it to damage the kitchen after I've done it. So I would have to get that done, then plasterers, electricians. I would have to get the chimney taken down, which I could help. One of my friends would be able to do that with me, so that would cost me, but not a lot. But if not, either way this year, it'll either be my kitchen will get a little makeover, or I will start planning this. And then if I was to do the kitchen, I'm probably going to be looking maybe the back end of summer, by the time it's all fully finished. Because what I would, if I decide I'm going to do it this year, I'll probably do is take the chimney down, get it all stripped back, get the membrane done. I would just slowly start doing it. Obviously there's no plumbing in that room at the minute, so I would need to get all that stuff done, so that when I order the kitchen and it comes, it's pretty much just a case of then getting that fitted, because everything will have been done on the build up to that. And could probably have a good go at the kitchen myself, I think. In terms of putting the units in, I think I want to say they come pre-built, so you're just really making sure that the units are straight, level, all connected properly. I reckon I could put the units in myself, definitely. I wouldn't try any tiling or, you know, whatever I do with the backsplash. I won't do the electrics, I won't do anything like that, but maybe the actual units. I mean, I'm quite crafty when it comes to woodwork and all that sort of stuff, so, but I don't know, I don't want to ruin it and I want it to be perfect, so maybe I would just pay someone, but I would have to see how much someone would charge me. Have you done a kitchen before? I've never lived in a house yet that's had a really gorgeous kitchen. Do you know, like a kitchen where you just look at it and you go, you are stunning. So I'm so excited that I will be able to get around to doing my own very soon. And I do love these kitchen planners because you get a good feel for what it looks like. And like I said, the other option would have been is to knock through to what is the kitchen now and have that. I'm just gonna put you over here. I could have knocked through and just have it as one big room, but then I lose a downstairs. The main thing I would probably be bothered about is losing the downstairs toilet. To have the patio doors, maybe I'll have to design what that'll look like as well. But you could let me know, obviously, let me know whether you think actually have a utility room, have a downstairs toilet and have your kitchen this side, or take that wall down. I would probably just have to check to see if I need a steel beam to hold it up, which is fine. If I do, I can get that put in because I've done that in here as well. It's a chimney, but I don't want anyone to worry. The chimney's already been taken down when I got the roof. I don't know if anyone remembers, but I got the chimney removed down to the roof. Then in the guest room upstairs, we took the chimney down. So it's actually been taken down from the top. It's not like I'm just taking it down in that room and it's going to come through. I got it all checked out last time, so we're good in that space. So if I was to take that wall down and just have one big room, would it be better to have one big kitchen or one okay size kitchen? A good size, much bigger than what I've got now. I know a lot of other places abroad, like in America and stuff, my dad, like most homes in America, as far as I'm aware, don't have like washing machines and stuff in their kitchen. Whereas in the UK, that's quite common to have a washing machine in your kitchen. I would rather, if I can, have the utility room because I just think it gives me that downstairs toilet, it gives me the utility space. I've still got a decent sized kitchen. I think that's the thing that I would want to do. But I would love to know your thoughts in the comment, whether you think I should just take it down and make it much bigger. The good thing would be is that I would get a much bigger island. Obviously I would have way more storage. The kitchen sink could be in a window because I would still have the window in the current kitchen. I would put the sink against that still, so the sink would make more sense. So I couldn't help myself, let me try and turn that so you can see it a little bit better. I wanted to see what it would look like if I was to knock the wall through to make it one big room. So what this would be is I would have a waterfall. Let me try and move that back a little bit. So it would be a waterfall island there, and then I've put like sort of 4 stools and then continued the island. I feel like it looked too much when I had more stools. And then I would do a waterfall at this end as well. And then because I realised that they actually do thinner cabinets, that I've actually been able to have much more of a gap here. So this is pretty much just a little bit lower than 1 metre, and then obviously this would be the patio doors that go out. I also have a door here just now, but I could potentially block that up because I would have these doors, or I could just have a singular run. I don't know, I'm not thought that far ahead yet, but this is what I'm thinking. This is a feel for what it would look like. So you'll have to let me know, do we think we knock the wall through so that I just have one big kitchen? And then obviously I would have my washing machine and stuff back here. And then it would still feel quite social because I would have this. It just means I wouldn't have a utility room, but I've got enough space to have like a big ladder. So this is where the boiler is, but I've got one here where I could put all my bits and bobs that I needed. What do we think? Yes, that firelight is there. I'm going to be lighting a wee fire in a minute. Feels like it's much bigger. Obviously it is much bigger. I feel like it does feel put together. I could shorten the island a little bit, so I could probably take the island to about there if we think it's a little bit too long, because it is a tad long, to be honest. But I like the fact that I didn't realise that you could do that, where it makes it look like a bar, you know, where it comes out. So that was pretty cool. And then I've put the cooker here. All these units would all be the same doors. I've just not fixed that yet because I wanted to come on and see what your thoughts were. And I didn't realise you could actually put the bar stools in as well. Oh my god! And here it is with the island a little bit smaller. I think that probably looks a little bit better, to be fair. And then once it would be waterfall, so the stone would come down the side. And then on these walls I would probably just have like a couple of open shelves and obviously a nice backsplash. Ooh, what do we think? And then I just went back to the smaller kitchen and I've just done the same here with having put the little stools in. Obviously the island's smaller, but again, it would be the waterfall. And then this would be the bay. So this would come out a bit, so there would be plenty of walkway. And that's what that one would look like. I think I would be totally fine with that. I would probably make this come out a little bit more. But yeah, overall. So you'll have to let me know whether you think we go for a bigger kitchen or for the smaller one, because that's exciting. This is probably the most chill that you've seen me like just, I mean, I am always chill on my channel. Who am I trying to kid? But I have not moved out of this all day and I ain't mad, genuinely not mad. I've had an amazing little day and what I'm really excited about is this is the first time I feel like I've designed a kitchen that I've gone, oh, I could see that. Like I feel like I've done it a couple of times before and I've always just been like, it's just not what I want. The thing that I need to have a think about is where the current kitchen is. I don't think that's an extension if I'm honest, because I think that was part of the original house. The only thing that I'm thinking is I do think the ceiling is a bit lower in that space. Not much, but it is lower. So that means if I can't get it up to the original height, I would either have to lower, if I was to take the wall down, I'd have to lower all the ceiling to that height, because I wouldn't be able to obviously have higher ceilings, because it would have a gap, it would have a step in the ceiling at some point. So I would have to see what is making that drop. The bathroom is up, so I don't know if it's something to do with the pipes in there. I'm not too sure, so I would have to do some investigating. So bear that in mind when you let me know what one you think I should go for, because I wish the ceilings were just the perfect size. It was halfway through when I was designing that, I just remembered that I'd noticed that like way back when I had come to view the house and stuff. I was like, if I was to knock that wall through to make one big space, that would be the problem. But then me being able to see the island even in the smaller kitchen, because I never thought I would be able to have an island. And I think because of the thinner cabinets, yes, the island's not going to be really wide, but it'll probably be about 1 metre in total of stone that I would have. So I would be fine with that. And then obviously the bar stools would sit nice. I would probably have like 3 or 4 bar stools, and then I would have the doors out to the garden, or I would just have that as a nice window, depending on what you guys think and what's going to be smarter option. And then I would still have the utility room and the downstairs toilet. I want to get it right, so for me to get it right, I need to make sure that that's just done, because that needs to be spot on. But it is, I'm not going to lie to you, it has made me really happy just in that design space and starting to feel that actually that is within grasp now, especially now that I've started to design. So I am going to be living in the comment section of this video to see what you guys think in terms of the decor of the room. I'm not too sure about all that yet. I do know I want an inbuilt kitchen. It all needs to just be amazing. So obviously I'll take you on the journey from start to finish with getting the samples for the kitchen, all that sort of stuff. And if we actually decide let's hold off and not do the kitchen this year, I will go and do a mini makeover, and I could probably start that little mini makeover in a couple of weeks. I know I was talking about painting in here, but that will be probably into spring, so I could do the little makeover at some point in the near future, to be honest, if I'm not doing the kitchen, that is. And if I'm doing the kitchen, Sheldon needs to prepare it, because like I say, I'll do all the jobs beforehand and I'll take you on the journey from start to finish, and I'll probably create a little series on YouTube of here's what it's looked like at each point of that. And I hope you've liked this little chilled video. It's just literally been consumed in that, but genuinely that has been my day. And normally I film over a couple of days. The only thing with this, I can't in this video, because I just mentioned to you before, I'm also going to Newcastle, and when I'm coming back, that's when this will be uploaded, so I don't have the luxury of time as much as what I normally would do to sort of just have you for a couple of days, whereas I'll be picking the camera up like tomorrow and starting to film for the next one, so that will be over the space of about 4 days. So hope you're looking forward to that one. If you've not already, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. That helps my little channel grow. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment any ideas, where your head's at, what you're thinking when you've been seeing this stuff. Honestly, it really does help me, and I will catch you in my next video.